Elon Musk Top 10 Rules for Success. Business magnate, investor, engineer, he is also the co-founder of such great projects as Tesla Motors, SolarCity, OpenAI, Zip2, and PayPal. But how did a little boy from Pretoria, South Africa become the real Iron Man who is changing the world now? His story isn't about unexpected successful events, but about struggling and strong life principles. Hello and welcome back to another video. If you are wondering who we are talking about, it's none other than Elon Musk. What are Elon Musk's principles for success? Let's find out in today's video. Attract great people. According to Elon Musk, a company is a group of people, but it shouldn't be a depersonalized group of people. In order to see how talented and smart they are, get to know your employees better, share ideas and results with them. It'll help them to realize that you respect and appreciate them. All a company is a group of people that are gathered together to create a product or service. So depending upon how talented and hardworking that group is, and the degree to which they're focused cohesively in a good direction, that will determine the success of the company. So do everything you can to gather great people if you're creating a company. I think that success of any company depends on not only people, but the working process. It must be optimized, and your employees shouldn't waste their time on unnecessary actions. So invest money in your people and try new things and new tools. Have a great product. The market is full of different services and products, and if you want to start a business, your product has to be much better than what your competitors have. Whatever you're doing is a great product or service, it has to be really great. If you're entering anything where there's an existing marketplace against large, entrenched competitors, then your product or service needs to be much better than theirs. You're always going to buy the trusted brand unless there's a big difference. It can't just be slightly better, it's gotta be a lot better. Work super hard. If you want to create a great product that will be really useful for people, work super hard. Procrastination hasn't helped anyone to succeed and build a famous company. Musk gave this piece of advice to the students, finally leaving behind years of difficult schoolwork. What does super hard mean? Work hard, like every waking hour. That's a thing I would say, particularly if you're starting a company. If you do simple math, say somebody else is working 50 hours and you're working 100. You'll get twice as much done in the course of a year as the other company. Do something important. When Elon invested in Tesla, he thought that this company wouldn't be successful. But he believed that this idea was important for humanity because it could change the world and help it become oil-free. And now, Tesla is the future. I didn't really think Tesla would be successful. I thought we would most likely fail. But I thought that we could at least address the false perception that people had. That an electric car had to be ugly and slow and boring like a golf cart. If something's important enough, you should try even if the probable outcome is failure. Focus on signal over noise. When you're working on your product, think about its quality. And your company will be famous without advertising. A lot of companies get confused. They spend money on things that don't actually make the product better. For example, at Tesla, we've never spent any money on advertising. We put all the money into R&D and manufacturing and design to try to make the car as good as possible. I think that's the way to go. For any given company, keep thinking about, are these efforts that people are spending, are they resulting in a better product or service? And if they're not, stop those efforts. Don't give up. A path to success is full of ups and downs. Elon Musk faced failure and bankruptcy as other people did. He sent rockets to space which were worth $90 million in total twice. But both of these attempts were unsuccessful. However, it didn't stop him and he continued working on this project. And now, his company is the largest private producer of rocket engines in the world. I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated. Don't listen to the little man. When you start something new, be prepared that everyone, even people close to you, will try to talk you out of your idea. If you listen to their advice, you'll regret this for the rest of your life. So maybe your satisfaction is more important. Think about it. So many people try to talk me out of starting my own company. It was crazy. One friend of mine collected a whole series of videos of rockets blowing up and made me watch those. She just didn't want me to lose all my money. We're doing these things that seem unlikely to succeed, and we've been fortunate. At least thus far, they have succeeded. Take a risk. During the speech to the University of Southern California Marshall School of Business and Leventhal School of Accounting class of 2014, Musk shared some pieces of advice. Now is the time to take risks. You don't have kids. As you get older, your obligations increase. And once you have a family, you start taking risks not just for yourself, but for your family as well. It gets much harder to do things that might not work out. So now is the time to do that, before you have those obligations. I would encourage you to take risks now and do something bold. You won't regret it. I think that these words are not only for young people who don't have children, but for people of all ages. Of course, if you have a family, you're responsible for them. But imagine that you didn't try what you really wanted. Is this life worth living? Look for problem solvers. Nowadays, many people set up their businesses and fail because of business competition. Don't think they're losers. Look at this another way. These people were brave because they took a risk and struggled, solved problems. And now they're experienced. Maybe your company needs such kind of people. When I interview someone to work at a company, I ask them to tell me about the problems that they worked on and how they solved them. If someone was really the person that solved it, they'll be able to answer multiple levels. They'll be able to go down to the brass tacks. And if they weren't, they'll get stuck. Because anyone who struggled hard on the problem never forgets it. Really like what you do. Elon Musk recommends finding a job that you'll really like because life is very short, so don't waste your time on what you hate. Whatever area you get into, even if you're the best of the best, there's always a chance of failure. So I think it's really important that you really like whatever you're doing. If you don't like it, life is too short. If you hate your job, maybe it's time to find a new one. But when you start your career in a new sphere, you should check information about the profession twice because the internet is full of different myths.